Matthew chapter 2, the MAGI, or the wise men who visited Jesus when after Jesus was born. How many comprise the number MAGI, or how many were the wise men? Biblically, it is not recorded how many visited Jesus. But now, when you look at the word MAGI, wise men, it simply means it was not one, not two men. It could be a number of people, so many that it could never be, maybe making up to 50 to 100, which could not maybe be counted at that time. But the fact remains that these MAGI, they were wealthy people, they were rich people. Look at the gifts that they bring now to Jesus, the gold. These are the things mostly held by the rich. So it simply means that these people were healthy and very wealthy, and the rich people, they don't go alone. They go together with maybe their workers. For example, in our today world, the wealthy who maybe owns the gold, you will see whenever they go, they have security with them. They have maybe these chase cars, and maybe they have some police. They have their PAs, people who help them. So the MAGI, it could be a number of men who came to visit Jesus. It was a delegation that came from it. They didn't come from Israel. They came from another part. So these are the people who and already planned for this day very well, maybe for quite some time, planning for this day, and maybe making seeing everything on their journey, and planning for it, and being ready for anything they could encounter along their way. Yes, so the MAGI, they were very wise men. Look at the wise men. The wise men are people with a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. These could be very learned people, the professors. It could be these learned people. Imagine the professors, maybe of these universities, big universities. So when we are talking about the MAGI, they were not just ordinary people. They were very, very influential people. And look at how even they approach the king. A common person doesn't approach the king, doesn't visit the king. These are the people who earn a name for themselves. These are the people who earn, whatever it takes to get before the king, to approach the king, to visit the king. Yes. And these MAGI, I want to believe they came maybe with their the mode of transport that time, the donkeys. Considering now they were traveling from the east, which is not stated how far it was, but we relocated to the Persian or the modern Iraq today, and these MAGI coming, I want to believe they came with their donkeys, they came with their camels. These are not just any other people. The people who owned camels those days and then donkeys, these are the people who were very, very wealthy, very, very wealthy. Another thing to note about these MAGI, they didn't visit Jesus immediately, or maybe one day after he was born, or immediately after he was born. No, they visited Jesus. According to Matthew chapter 2, verses number 16, it states that and Herod inquired from the MAGI, at what time did they see the star? Because these MAGI knew a king was born after they saw a star that was very, very bright. So now these MAGI, it could be possible they came to visit Jesus when Jesus was 2 years. 2 years. So MAGI, 2 years. So they started planning since when they saw the star, and they started planning for the journey, and they come. And another proof that these MAGI didn't visit Jesus immediately when Jesus was born is because Jesus, when after he was born, he was laid in a manger. And these men, according to Matthew, when they came, they came asking. They asked Herod, and Herod was not aware. They followed the star until where the star now stopped. And where the star stopped, they get into the house. That is what Matthew says. They get into the house. Matthew chapter 2, verses number 11. Into the house, meaning Mary had already given birth. They had already, gone home. Yes, they came into the house, which could probably mean maybe Jesus was around now, 2 years at that time when MAGI was visiting. What did MAGI bring? They brought 3 gifts. They presented 3 gifts to Jesus. And these 3 gifts are very, very spiritual. Anything to do with these gifts, they have a spiritual meaning. Number 1, they came with the gold. Gold is only given to the kings. Gold is only owned by these wealthy people. So they came to honor a king that was born. And they are saying that a king has been born, a king of Jew. So God symbolized, how do we call it? That character of a king. Yes, that title of a king. They brought gold. Number 2, they brought frankincense. And frankincense, it's in those times, it was used for for sacrifices. It was frankincense was used. During a sacrifice, you put some frankincense, and then there is this sweet odor that comes out, burning of that frankincense to the deity. So they came with frankincense, spiritually symbolizing that the one who has been born, he has a deity. And the one who has been born, we acknowledge that he is Lord. The one that has been born, he is above the things that we see. Because now frankincense was only used that time during, those doing the sacrifices, and yes, frankincense symbolized that the deity and the lordship of Jesus Christ. Number 3, they brought, I don't know how you pronounce it, the meal or the maya. They brought 8. And those times, the maya was used for embalming. Embalming maybe the dead. It was also used for medicinal purposes. So when they bring this mile, it is symbolizing that as much as Jesus is Lord, he is going to die someday. He is also mortal. He will grow up like a normal human being, and at some point he's going to die. And when we talk about the death of Jesus Christ, we are talking about salvation. We are talking about forgiveness of sin. So now they recognize that this Jesus is going to die someday, and when he dies, Jesus is going to bring salvation to the whole world, including us, the MAGI, who has brought this gift. So now, maybe next time, why did they bring all these gifts? Number 1, they are very valuable gifts. Both gold, frankincense, and maya, all of them are very valuable. In those old times, or in modern, I was looking where is frankincense and maya, found from. And mostly it is found in the Asian countries. And that time there were no morgues, no mortuaries. So in case of any death, the bulbing, things were very, very, very useful at that time. Even when Jesus died, we hear Akina Mary, they are going now to embalm the body. So they were very, very valuable. They were very scarce. They were very rare. So meaning that these were very, very valuable things at those times. Thank you so much. The Lord bless you. Shalom.